around the world. And when I travel, I book with CaribJet.
Call CaribJet now. 100% Grenadian, operating 10 years plus.
Telephone number 439-4444 in Grenada or click caribjet.com. CaribJet, True Blue St. George's. The number one for travel.
COVID is here to stay, and it's not going away. It might seem strange, but the world has changed. And this is the year for good cheer. I could smell the ham. I could taste the sorrel. The festival coming. I can't wait to taste the black cake. Church, socializing with your friends, liming with the boys. We're full of festivals in Grenada. And this year, I want to visit my family and all the festivals without fail, just as how we used to do it. Let's get back to what we know and love. Every vaccination brings us closer together. Are you ready for the festival and the world?
This message is brought to you by the Grenada COVID Crisis Group and the Grenadians United in Virginia.
There is something new to the classic Wester Hall rum look. Wester Hall Estate Rum. What's your number? Drink responsibly.
Committed Catholics, listen to us.
Youth like us must be given a hearing.
I am a farmer and I have a story to tell.
I'm a farmer and I too would like to share my story.
Even though we walk over there Sunday to Sunday, we too have a story to tell.
I am a Catholic sometimes and I have things to say. I need someone to listen. I have a lot to say on behalf of single parents.
The Catholic Diocese of St. George's in Grenada has begun the synod process. Pope Francis has involved the Universal Church. Your voice is important. Come, share your story, your experience, and your expectations of church.
No frills, just great prices, only in Quartz. We don't just talk about it, we've got it. Shop with confidence and save big. Up to 50% off appliances, furniture, electronics, and so much more. Plus, pay with ready finance and get 1 month free. Only at Quartz. Bringing value home. Special conditions apply.
Welcome to the news for Monday, the 14th of March. In the headlines, murder accused in Grenada's first homicide for 2022 makes his second court appearance on Monday. Retired firefighter receives donation from former colleagues. Carriacou farmer calling for the presence of a vet on that island. Then in sport, Grenada launches the Queen's Baton Relay on Monday at the Olympic House. We'll have details to those and other stories coming up for you, right along with the public forecast information. It's all right after the break, so of course, stay with us.
Introducing the Grenlec mobile app. You can now get your bill balance and easily track energy usage for your home or business. Report and receive alerts about power outages. Plus, stay up to date by receiving the latest notifications. Yes, the Grenlec app keeps you connected anytime, anywhere.
The first segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with GUT Cooperative Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Imagine having the home of your dreams. Imagine investing in that piece of property you can call your own. Imagine finally doing that home improvement project you've always been thinking about. It's time to stop imagining and start doing. Let the GUT Credit Union help you take the first step with fantastic rates, affordable repayments, and reduced legal fees. Make the move. Get better terms on your mortgage. Use your home equity to make those dreams a reality. Act now. There's really no place like home. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Good evening. With the details, I'm Tony Julian. 27-year-old Kenny Daniel of Pearl, St. Andrew, made his second court appearance at the Grenville Magistrates Court on Monday. Daniel was slapped with non-capital murder after he allegedly attacked John Merchant, chopping him and dismembering his body before putting the body parts in buckets and placing them in a nearby river. Residents in the community said that the deceased John Merchant, who had moved to Grenada a couple of years ago, and the alleged killer Daniel had been good friends for many years. Presiding over Daniel's matter on Monday was Magistrate Nevlin John. And he's yet to retain legal counsel and continues to be remanded at Her Majesty's prison. Daniel is expected to reappear in court on the 31st of this month, March. It's been a hard road for one retired firefighter who served in the Royal Grenada Police Force for many years. The former officer suffered a stroke which left him paralyzed and unable to move around. But thanks to a former colleague and other donors, his life is about to improve significantly. This after he received a generous donation that will aid in his mobility. Let's get more on it from Troy Gill.
Retired firefighter Richard Simon, who resides in Simoon, St. Andrew, and is unable to walk due to a stroke, was the recipient of a wheelchair and a ramp due to a donation facilitated by former colleague Daniel Searles and two other retirees who served in the police force. Speaking to MTV News on Monday, Searles, who did not want to appear on camera, said he paid his former colleague a visit and was disappointed by what he saw.
On the 11th of January of this year, while I was at Grenville, I received information that one of my former workers, in that we worked together, I was his supervisor and he my subordinate, had a medical problem. About 10 days after, I went and I located him, and what I saw annoyed me.
He then got together with his former colleagues and they proceeded to procure a wheelchair and ramp, which was handed over to Mr. Simon not too long ago.
I sourced a wheelchair, which I subsequently delivered to him, and realizing that we had to build a ramp, I have the material, and with the help of Mr. Martin Stephen, a retired police officer as well, and another colleague, Mr. Lennox Halley, we managed to put things together. Mr. Stephen built the ramp for me, and I went up and installed it myself. As a result, I hope the gentleman is comfortable today.
He said both himself and Simon worked together as firefighters up until their retirement.
I was in charge of the fire service when he was one of the drivers in the fire service. So we worked together. and that would have been in the 90s. He has since retired, just as myself, and it is a medical problem he has. I am told that he had a stroke, so he's unable to walk.
MTV News visited the home of Simon, who expressed his gratitude.
I'm feeling great to now work with a man, as Mr. Daniel Sauce care about him. I can remember the first time I go up the tower, when he said, gentlemen, you'll have to climb the tower. I said, Mr. Sauce, I'm the pump operator. He said, no, Simon, everybody have to share, we save life and property.
For MTV News, I am Troy Gill.
A local pastor has expressed concern about the negative impact that will follow the pandemic period. According to Pastor Ricardo Aline, the community and other experts need to come together to help people who have suffered losses over the 2 years. We have more from Donella Houston.
The recent spate of negative incidents has raised concerns among many, particularly the church. And according to Pastor Ricardo Aline, coming out of the pandemic, he believes there are many people who have been left traumatized, and he is calling on the relevant authorities, including the churches, to step in and play their part.
I personally believe that we are not picking up what the symptoms are actually saying. And I personally believe there are symptoms. And I think that we've got to be very careful that we do not try to address symptoms, but go beyond it. And I believe that this would need to be looked at very much by all and sundry, by our school authorities, our police. Of course, the church also needs to be looking at this here.
He says he believes that people need to be healed.
And I believe that people need to be healed, people need to be delivered, people need to be comforted. You have so many people families that will have lost their loved ones actually during the pandemic, and now they may be still crying out, all right? So quite a lot has happened.
Pastor Aline says the trauma that some people have been faced with has left quite a number of people terrified.
People were traumatized over the past 2 years, and that trauma has left people, in some cases, terrified, all right? I know individuals up to now cannot sleep, cannot, don't even want to see night come because they have been so petrified.
He noted that sometimes people need to seek spiritual assistance rather than scientific.
I believe that people need to, in many cases, going to a doctor is not going to be the answer in some cases. Because doctors, psychologists, psychiatrists, and I'm not against medical practitioners, they have a part to play. But I know individuals who have gone to doctors, and guess what? They've gone back and gone back and gone back. They got medication, and many times it does not solve, because many times it's not just physical, many times it's a spiritual issues and problems.
Reporting for MTV News, I am Donella Houston.
Bob Adams, a farmer on the sister isle of Carriacou, is calling on the relevant authorities to ensure that the sister isle has veterinary services made readily available. Adams says what is available is not good enough. Let's get more from Donella Houston.
According to Bob Adams, it is appalling that the small island of Carriacou does not have a veterinarian, particularly as the island has a large population of animals. He said 2 of his sheep were attacked by dogs recently, and he believes had there been a vet on the island to treat the sheep, they may not have died. He said when he called to request the services, he was informed that there hasn't been a vet on island for at least 2 years. Adams' situation is not unique, but many other farmers suffer these losses. Adams' situation is not unique, but many other farmers suffer these losses. He also made brief mention of another farmer who lost 6 sheep to dogs. He says the authorities need to ensure that there is a vet on island. Minister for Carriacou and Petite Martinique Affairs, Kendra Mathurin-Stewart, confirmed that they did not have qualified vets on island, but they do receive support from retired vets, St. George's University, and the Ministry of Agriculture. Reporting for MTV News, I am Donella Holston.
As part of the celebrations for Commonwealth Day 2022, the British High Commission, in partnership with the Ministry of Education, held a creative art competition for secondary school students. The competition saw students displaying artistic skills through the creation of a variety of creative pieces. It was topped by Alex Simon, a student of the Presentation Brothers College. Simon said he was elated to have won.
I mean, wow, it's like, I didn't expect it, but, you know, I thank God that I was able, he gave me the skills to apply myself, and I feel great.
Second place winner was Ariana Williams of St. Joseph's Convent, Grenville, placing third, Naomi Allard, who was followed by Keontae Joseph, also from St. Joseph's Convent in Grenville. Both students noted that it was indeed hard work to put their pieces together.
It took a lot of hard work to come up with this because I wanted to put all the values in one piece.
Well, I spent nights and days going through websites and articles, reading about the different Commonwealth Games and where they were held and the countries that participated in it.
Also receiving prizes was Asa St. Bernard of the Presentation Brothers College. That's the first segment of news. We'll be right back with you after the break.
The first segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with GUT Cooperative Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Imagine having the home of your dreams. Imagine investing in that piece of property you can call your own. Imagine finally doing that home improvement project you've always been thinking about. It's time to stop imagining and start doing. Let the GUT Credit Union help you take the first step with fantastic rates, affordable repayments, and reduced legal fees. Make the move. Get better terms on your mortgage. Use your home equity to make those dreams a reality. Act now. There's really no place like home. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash 4 every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more from 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes, twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
The next chapter in West Indies' biggest rivalry continues. West Indies vies against England for the Apex Test Series in 3 test matches. Tickets start as low as $20 and local residents enjoy an additional 50% discount with online purchase. Must be fully vaccinated to attend all matches and COVID-19 protocols will be in effect. Secure your seats to the action. Get your tickets in advance at windiescricket.com/tickets. Terms and conditions apply.
The Nawasa app brings the power of Nawasa's customer service experience to you. Instant, conversational, and smart. Easy access anywhere. Get bill balance, transaction history for up to 6 months, report a fault, link to websites, view payment centers, contact information, push notifications, and multi-tenant accounts, all in a secure login platform. Like a self-service concierge app, mobile.nawasa.gd gets you the support you need much faster. Available on both Android and iOS platforms. mobile.nawasa.gd, your customer support companion. Nawasa, committed to meeting customers' needs.
When a loved one passes on, we all need the comfort, support, and guidance of a trusted friend. You can rely on LaCour Brothers Funeral Home. We provide a personalized professional service that exceeds all expectations. Our dedicated staff responds to your every need with the greatest detail, ensuring affordability with a variety of options. Our upgraded state-of-the-art facilities, spacious air-conditioned chapel with live internet streaming, a modern, environmentally safe crematorium, the only of its kind on island, private viewing spaces, large on-site repast center, a modern transportation fleet. Join our burial society today and make personalized arrangements for that final moment. As you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest, visit or call LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and Burial Society, continuing a tradition of excellence.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
The second segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with the Communal Cooperative Credit Union. To grow with us, save with us.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
For your education,
for your financial freedom,
for that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
Welcome back. Now, very often the Parliamentary Elections Office comes under scrutiny as elections approach. Here in Grenada, elections are constitutionally due next year, 2023. As voter registration among Grenadians increases, voter and civic registration officer at the Parliamentary Elections Office, Ferdinand Phillip, has been appearing regularly in the media, sharing information as to the process. Recently, Phillip in fact assured the public that their information is secure and data is processed using a single computerized registration system.
Some persons would be mindful that they previously used a blue card, a laminated card, and previous to that, a yellow laminated card again. This is what was used, and there was this strip of paper with laminate covering it. That was used previously. You had a physical photograph that was inside of that document, and of course there was no expiration date. You did not take a fingerprint and things like that. Now this is a system that was enforced before 2012, but as of January 2012, a new system came into force, which we refer to as the computerized voter registration system.
This computerized system operates using one server, which is located at the Parliamentary Elections Office, and the process itself is governed by the law enforced in January 2012. One of the important features of the system is fingerprinting. Phillip says all information is recorded on the system and cannot be removed or deleted.
That system shall contain the name and such information as is provided for under this Act and Part 3 of the first schedule of every person who is qualified and registered to vote in Grenada. And C, that system shall assign a voter registration number that is unique to every person registered therein. So yes, every person has an identifying number or their voter registration number, and even though we are in the process of replacing the cards, the number remains the same. So persons need to be aware of that.
So, just how secure is your information? Philip explains further.
Again, under this act, and I'm reading 3 of that same document, all personal data, collected and entered into the system shall only be used for the purposes of this act and in accordance with the provisions of this act. That basically says that, it's on several occasions, law enforcement have called us. They want information put into an individual. And on every occasion, we have had to humbly say to them, according to law, we cannot do that. And we are protected by law. Your information is protected by law.
Spice Mass Corporation has issued the requirements for qualified stakeholders to receive a subvention in preparation for Spice Mass 2022. Applicants must first complete the registration process with their respective associations or provide evidence of the submission of the registration form to their respective organizations and provide a work plan and budget before applying for subvention. All fancy and traditional mass band leaders, calypso tents and parish committees, presidents who were recipients of subventions in 2019 are to submit their financial reports by the 25th of March to process documentation to facilitate the timely payment of subventions for Spice Mass 2022. Application forms are available at the Spice Mass Corporation office, or they can be sent via email upon request. Several religious ministers from various denominations were among those who graduated with degrees in various courses in theology at the Grenada Institute of Theological Education graduation ceremony held over the weekend, as we now hear from Troy Gill.
The Grenada Institute of Theological Education held its graduation ceremony at the Gateway Assembly Pentecostal Church at Caliste, St. George on Saturday, with 25 students, including pastors and leaders from various religious denominations, graduating with various degrees in theology, leadership, and other courses the school provides. Director at the school is Reverend John Lewis.
So a brief reflection of some of the things that God enabled us to accomplish more or less over the last few years includes several things. It includes courses that have been taught, including marital intelligence, expository preaching, and recently our own Grenadian brother, Adrian Eben, he taught us cross-cultural missions. We have currently with us teaching a course called The Book of Esther by Dr. George Frederick. And just in case you haven't signed on yet, it's not too late to sign on in this exciting book study with Dr. George Frederick.
Chairman of the Grenada Conference of Churches, Silbert Prescott, highlighted the need for church leaders to be better equipped to engage in ministry.
Over the past 2 years or so, our faith or the faith of our people have been severely tested as we confront a wide range of challenges posed by the COVID-19 pandemic. And more than ever, there is a need for persons to be equipped with the appropriate pastoral skills and education that will enable them to respond to the spiritual and psychosocial challenges that are currently confronting us as a people.
Valedictorian for the class of 2022 is Bishop of the Pentecostal Assemblies of the West Indies, Reverend Christopher Baker, who graduated with a master's degree in theology.
As of the last quarter of 2020, life on this global ball took on an unexpected trajectory with the onset of the COVID-19 virus. The pandemic that has changed our lifestyles, altered our daily routines, locked up learning institutions across the world, and for many of us in the graduating class, even impacted the modality under which we studied it.
President of Teaching Mission International and guest speaker was Dr. Chuck Logie.
Do you know and know you know? Then ask God for the courage to lead the congregation to shepherd those precious sheep God has given you. You know that the shepherds are judged more strictly because they have been given much. To whom much has been given, much is required. Cling to the Lord, lead by serving, and those who are called by the Holy Spirit will follow you, not to the ends of the earth, but to the gates of heaven.
For MTV News, I am Troy Gill.
On the final day of a recently concluded three-day religious convention, Grenada's Minister of Religious Affairs highlighted the role of the church in addressing the many societal ills, including engaging young people who may have lost their way and require spiritual intervention. Here once again is Troy Gill.
The Church of God of Prophecy concluded its 39th biannual three-day national convention at the Deluxe Cinema Grenville, St. Andrew on Sunday, with the three churches on the island, including visitors, religious leaders, and government officials in attendance. During the service, Minister of Education and Religious Affairs, Honorable Emmeline Pierre, appealed to the church to take a more proactive role in tackling some of the issues young people face, in light of the recent spike in violent behaviors amongst the nation's youth.
Everything that we see manifested through children, every single thing that they do, look for the adults that they are copying. Look for the examples that we are showing to them. If we teach them to disrespect authority, of course they're going to do that. If we teach them to disrespect the elderly, of course they're going to do that. And so this is a wake-up call for all of us. What are we teaching our children? And so I want to appeal to the church this evening to continue.
Regional Overseer for the Church of God of Prophecy, based in Barbados, Bishop Edward Payne, focused on this year's theme, Facing the Challenges of the Last Days.
The internet has become a great university for people to go on and listen to things that contradict not just the doctrine of the Bible, but everything that is meaningful as it relates to the things of God. And we have to be careful there, church. This is sad, however, but these are the last days and the last days trends. And some of this is in many of the assemblies today. This is a great challenge to leadership. When false doctrines and false teachings come to affect the word, the Bible speaks about the indelible word of God.
National Overseer for Grenada, Bishop Richard Hopkin, warned the church to not get comfortable as he anticipates that there will be more challenges to come.
As Christians, we have to understand that we are not isolated from these last days. Not because we accept Jesus Christ as our Lord and Savior, it means that trials or challenges would not come our way. I believe it is opposite to what we believe. I believe that as the children of God, we have more challenges to face than the world.
The convention concluded with district appointments of members from the three churches to serve on the national executive for the next 2 years. For MTV News, I am Troy Gill.
And just before we go to a break, on the 43rd anniversary of Grenada Revolution, we look back at education during that era. Established in September 1979, just 6 months into the revolutionary period, the Institute for Further Education, IFE, was one of the educational institutions which produced a community of well-rounded individuals in Grenada. Now, although it may appear that the authorities had very little time to prepare for the commencement of this institution, they were able to put it off. In fact, according to a former student of the IFE, Richard Duncan, this may not have been in the planning before. However, he said what they did have was an economic factor as it related to teaching students beyond Form 5.
I don't think it was on the cards in the Ministry of Education prior to the birth of the revolution, so I don't think there were plans that were afoot. But what did we have? we had an economic financial factor when we were trying to educate Grenadians, students beyond Form 5.
Another challenge mentioned by the former student was that of having sufficient teachers to teach specific subjects.
So you had a smaller number of students in Form 6 across the islands doing specialized subjects. And you had a problem in finding enough qualified teachers to teach chemistry, for example, in 8 secondary schools across the island. That's 8 teachers. Math, same thing. And some of them obviously used to teach Form 6 and Form 5, but nonetheless, there were very few who were really able to take the Form 6 syllabus.
Duncan went on to speak briefly about some of the subjects that students wanted to do that were not available during that revolutionary period. Today's students can now boast of having a wider variety of subjects being offered in schools. And that's the second segment of news. Regional highlights are coming up.
The second segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with the Communal Cooperative Credit Union. To grow with us, save with us.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
For your education,
for your financial freedom.
for that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
No frills, just great prices, only at Quartz. We don't just talk about it, we've got it! Save $1,200 off the 65-inch TCL UHD Android TV, now $3,499. Your choice of a 2-piece bedroom bundle, base and mattress, starting from $1,399. Save $400 off the Samsung 11-kilogram front-load washer, now just $3,499. Shop with Ready Finance and take advantage of our new payment protection plan and get 1 month free only at Quartz, bringing value home. Special conditions apply.
Say hello to Grenada's hidden gem, Mandela Court, a Grenadian-owned luxury boutique hotel tucked away in Lansipine. Our fully equipped suites are now complemented by an international standard restaurant and conference room. So whether you're having a formal business event, quaint garden wedding, or just a relaxed dinner for two, you can count on Mandela Court for that luxurious experience. Call today to book your viewing or reservation. We look forward to welcoming you.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game, more money for way, Super 6 a bigger jackpot game. More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game, more money for way, Super 6 a bigger jackpot game. Super 6, bigger jackpots, more chances to win.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
committed Catholics, listen to us.
Youth like us must be given a hearing.
I am a farmer and I have a story to tell.
I'm a farmer and I too would like to share my story.
Even though we walk out there Sunday to Sunday, we too have a story to tell.
I am a Catholic sometimes, and I have things to say. I need someone to listen. I have a lot to say on behalf of single parents.
The Catholic Diocese of St. George's in Grenada has begun a synod process. Pope Francis has involved the Universal Church. Your voice is important. Come, share your story, your experience, and your expectations of church.
The third segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with Arizo Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
January 1947 saw the dawn of a new day, the birth of the Grenada Civil Service Credit Union, later renamed the Grenada Public Service Cooperative Credit Union Limited, and more recently, Arizo. Arizo is extremely proud to be celebrating this significant milestone. But this would not have been possible without you. And this is why we are inviting you to celebrate with us as we celebrate 75 years of transforming lives. Stay tuned to our social media platforms and our local media houses to learn more of the activities and events that we have in store for you. As we celebrate this journey, we thank all our stalwarts for their valued contributions in bringing us to where we are today. We look forward to serving you for many more years. Let's celebrate 75 years of transforming lives.
Welcome back. This is where we bring you this evening's regional roundup.
Good evening. With tonight's MTV Regional Roundup, I am Clifton James. Robert Montague, a member of the ruling Jamaica Labour Party JLP, has resigned from Cabinet in the wake of a damning report from the Integrity Commission on the Firearm Licensing Authority FLA, in which Montague was cited for allegedly knowingly granting a firearm permit to 6 people with criminal traces when he was National Security Minister. Montague, who had held responsibility for the FLA when he was National Security Minister from March 2016 to 2018, slammed the report from the Integrity Commission, stating that it was grossly misrepresentative and incomplete. In a message to the media via WhatsApp concerning his resignation, the legislator said he has personal matters to deal with. The office of the Prime Minister later issued a 4-line statement confirming that Montague tendered his resignation with immediate effect. In St. Lucia, one student leader is calling for the island students to be educated about conflict resolution. This follows a fighting incident caught on camera between girls of a secondary school in the north of the island. More from DBS News.
Video of a fight between female students of a secondary school in the north has caught the attention of student leader Alan Splant. The police have come under heavy criticism for not intervening in the brawl which took place in the vicinity of the police station. Plant, however, believes that they should not be blamed.
It happened within the vicinity of the police station, but sometimes the police may not have seen the fight or what was going on at the time. I mean, commotion may be going outside, but it's normal of secondary school students to, just be boisterous and loud at times, especially in the community. So I don't think it would have been something that the police would have maybe seen at the time. But now that they have actually seen the video, I hope that the school will get involved and they will resolve that conflict. And speaking of resolving conflicts,
Emotional intelligence notes Plant is lacking among students. He has called for great education about conflict resolution, which could help diminish the incidence of such occurrences.
I believe that for our students, we must understand that fighting is not a way to resolve our conflicts. We have realized the high number of gun violence and thing going on in our country now, and it's really, really crazy. So I believe at this time our students must understand that they must be emotionally intelligent, and fighting is not a way to resolve conflict. And I call on the Ministry of Education and our teachers and parents to put mechanisms in place where students can know how to resolve conflicts, and that particularly starts from the home.
Further afield, a pregnant woman wounded in a Russian bombing of a Ukraine maternity hospital has died along with her baby. Images showed her on a stretcher following the airstrike in Mariupol last Wednesday, in which at least 3 other people were killed. After the place where she was meant to give birth was attacked, she was taken to another hospital. The surgeon, Timur Martin, told the Associated Press news agency that the woman's pelvis had been crushed and her hip detached. When it became clear to them that the child was stillborn, they tried to resuscitate the mother, but realised after 30 minutes that it was hopeless. Clifton James, MTV Regional Roundup.
Watching the MTV Evening News Monday. We'll be back with you after the break.
The third segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
I've been a member of the Ariza Credit Union since 2016, and honestly I joined to come out of poverty. What I love most about Ariza Credit Union is their support in helping us as members to save. I was in the credit union like a little under a month. The sewing machine that I had went bad, and I was in desperate need of, purchasing another. I simply went to speak to my loan officer. I wanted to know details of how to go forward. How do I become qualified to get a loan? And the next thing I knew, she said, how much money do you need? And at that time I needed $7.99. And she said, I'll loan you the money. And from there I purchased the sewing machine, and this is the result. As a young person, we all have those little achievements in the back of our mind that seem so far-reaching. What Ariza encourages us to do is to save. I'm really happy, honestly.
This is the MTV News. We'll have sporting highlights coming up.
With more, with the NLA's Daily Cash 4 every day, with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet, and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes, twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
The next chapter in West Indies' biggest rivalry continues. West Indies vies against England for the Apex Test Series in 3 test matches. Tickets start as low as $20 and local residents enjoy an additional 50% discount with online purchase. Must be fully vaccinated to attend all matches, and COVID-19 protocols will be in effect. Secure your seats to the action. Get your tickets in advance at windiescricket.com/tickets. Terms and conditions apply.
No frills, just great prices, only at Quartz. We don't just talk about it, we've got it! Save $1,200 off the 65-inch TCL UHD Android TV, now $3,499. Your choice of a 2-piece bedroom bundle, base and mattress, starting from $1,399. Save $400 off the Samsung 11-kilogram front-load washer, now just $3,499. Shop with Ready Finance and take advantage of our new payment protection plan and get 1 month free. Only at Quartz. Bringing value home. Special conditions apply.
Introducing the Grenlec mobile app. You can now get your bill balance and easily track energy usage for your home or business. Report and receive alerts about power outages. Plus, stay up to date by receiving the latest notifications. Yes, the Grenlec app keeps you connected anytime, anywhere. The Grenlec mobile app. Download for 24/7 access.
Spring water is a water for every occasion. On the field of sports, at your workplace, just open the bottle and savor the pure, refreshing taste. Holy Natural Spring Water is produced in Mama Can St. Andrews and is available in all sizes nationwide. To order, telephone 444-7654 or 533-7654. Holy Natural Spring Water, Grenada's purest bottled water.
In sport this evening, Grenada launches the Queen's Baton Relay on Monday at the Olympic House. Details to that and other items coming up for you.
My name is Hollis Map. I perform around the world. And when I travel, I book with CaribJet.
Call CaribJet now. 100% Grenadian, operating 30 years plus.
Telephone number 439-4444 in Grenada or click caribjet.com. CaribJet, True Blue St. George's. The #1 for travel.
A special evening to you sporting fans. We turn things over to Donella Hostin for the highlights.
Good evening, sporting fans. Over the weekend, the Grenada Athletic Association hosted its national championship games with spectators in attendance. Many athletes from different age groups and clubs came out and competed at the event. Coach of Ace Track and Field team is Wayne McSween.
I am overwhelmed that the children could actually come and compete. Those training though, I'm quite concerned about those who aren't training and coming into this competition and giving so much. But God is good and He's going to protect them. But for those who have been training and those who are seeking to move forward, I'm really, really pleased and happy for them and for the games coming back so they could try to reach these goals and attain and surpass them.
The head coach of the Trailblazers is Paul Phillip.
I did see a lot of enthusiasm outside there. I see the athletes are really trying their best. As reflected in some of the performances. We've already had athletes in the very first event of the day making the qualifying mark for the Carifta team. So that speaks volumes about the enthusiasm and the interest in today's event.
MTV spoke with 2 athletes from the Ace Track Club.
Feel pretty good coming back that our performing, I feel pretty good. Coming out of training was hard, but I get you.
Honestly, during the pandemic, it was really hard. And come back here and after 2 years and then get a PV, although I felt that I could have go faster. But nevertheless, I'm happy with my time. Training has been going great. However, I had many setbacks as injuries take over sometimes. It's all a part of it. Injury take over, so you just have to come back from that and just come back and here and do your best. And just go hard every day, go in the work, train hard and smart.
Grenada launched the Queen's Baton Relay on Monday at the Olympic House in Montrouge. The Queen's Baton Relay is a tradition that celebrates, connects, and excites communities from across the Commonwealth during the build-up to the Games. The Queen's Baton will now visit all 72 nations and territories of the Commonwealth for 294 days, covering 140,000 kilometers. The global journey will conclude at the opening ceremony of the Birmingham 2022 Commonwealth Games on July 28, 2022. The second vice president of the Grenada Olympic Committee is Ralph Lord.
Just to give you an understanding of the Queen's Baton and its purpose, it is basically to unite the nations of the Commonwealth, to bring interest in the Commonwealth Games, and to speak to actions that will safeguard nature. So along with it, inserted in the baton is a message from the Queen and also a corresponding action/activity that would allow for each nation and territory to showcase their action as it relates to climate and climate resilience.
Lord said this will be used to show off Grenada.
The Grenadian that will take the baton from here to the Bahamas will be our own Anderson Peters. Because we show off, so we want to show a big man off, yeah? Yeah. We are going to show off the best of Grenada and all that we have to offer.
Former Commissioner of Prisons in Grenada, Ashley Ramfolks, was on TalkSports with journalist Michael Bascom, speaking about the risk factors in youth violence and using other sports and recreational activities to deter delinquent behavior among young people. Folks says it is not just the youth's fault, it is society's fault the youths behave that way.
When I was going to school and school finished, I go to the park. I play in the backyard. In Fontenoy, there was a place we call the Sanyard. Even when I started walking, I used to scull from work just to go and play cricket. It was playing whole day. There would have been sport in that backyard all day. Forget weekend. You didn't have time to eat. No, there is no sport. Because that child who is, and I'm talking about my grandchild now who is 3, 4, he is on his iPad. His father would have to bring him to the playing field. But he can't wait to come out of the playing field to be on the iPad.
The Hero Caribbean Premier League, CPL, and Cricket West Indies have confirmed that this year's CPL event will feature a women's tournament with 3 franchise teams competing for the first women's CPL title. The 3 teams will showcase the best women's cricketers from across the Caribbean, with overseas stars rounding out the teams. The 3 teams who will compete in the inaugural WCPL will be Barbados Royals, Guyana Amazon Warriors, and Trinbago Knight Riders. The women's tournament will take place during the men's event inside the Hero CPL tournament window, which this year will run from August 30th to September 30th. And that's it for this evening's sports. I am Donella Hostin.
Thank you, Donella, for the latest sporting highlights there. And viewers, will have the public forecast information for you and then a recap of the headlines when we return.
MTV Weather is brought to you in association with Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Need a quick, convenient way to pay your bills and avoid lines? Use the online banking feature from Republic Bank, First Caribbean, or Co-op Bank. Contact them today to set up your online banking and enjoy 24-hour convenience to make your bill payments. Stay safe. Grenlec, we are united even when we are apart.
Good Monday evening, viewers, and once again with your nighttime weather forecast and meteorologist Wayne Williams. A day of sunny, windy, and just some slight haze today as conditions changed a bit over the Eastern Caribbean. Quite a bit of low-level clouds, some moisture in them, did bring some scattered showers, mostly to the islands from St. Lucia northwards. We do have an area of cloudness, again quite a lot of up-level clouds in that area. Could bring some showers to Trinidad, not upper-level clouds, of course. Could bring some showers to Trinidad as it moves into the extreme southern Caribbean. The haze remains to the south, but we're going to see a slight deterioration tomorrow as some of it begins to impact our area. Right now we can see that area of cloudiness and moisture slowly approaching Trinidad. We could also see a slight increase in cloudiness tomorrow, bringing with it some showers. The forecast for Monday night, partly cloudy, mostly upper level clouds. That's a bit increasing in cloudiness towards morning. Winds are still very strong, between 10 and 20 miles per hour tonight, coming in from the east and northeast. The minimum temperature of around 24 and a 30% chance of the odd, very brief shower. The moon rose this afternoon at 3:23, and lots of moonlight to enjoy is going to set tomorrow morning at 4:25. On Tuesday, look for an increase in cloudiness and an increase in haziness also. There is a 50% chance of some showers, mostly in the morning period. Winds remain very strong, coming in from the east and northeast between 14 and 24 miles per hour with choppy seas and 6 to 9 foot waves. If you have to venture far from port, exercise extreme caution. The sun is going to rise at 6:14 instead at 6:17. With the expected cloudiness and the gusty winds, the temperature will climb to around 31 and feel not much hotter than that, about 34-35. Port of Spain is in for isolated showers. The haze is going to begin affecting them also, as it would in Barbados, where they expect partly sunny conditions. Kingston remains sunny, showers in New York, partly cloudy and mostly cloudy in New York and London respectively. Back here at home, Wednesday will continue that cloudiness, but clouds will begin dissipating by then. We're going to see partly cloudy conditions on Thursday, but mostly in the morning, improving into the afternoon. Fair conditions from Friday into the weekend. The haze would remain present throughout that time. That's it for Monday night, folks. Have yourself a great night. Join me again on Tuesday.
MTV Weather was brought to you in association with Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
And now to end the news, a recap of the headlines. Murder accused in Grenada's first homicide for 2022 has made his second court appearance here on Monday. A retired firefighter has received a donation from former colleagues. A Carriacou farmer has called for the presence of a vet on that island. And in sport, Grenada has launched the Queen's Baton Relay on Monday at the Olympic House. We've added details to those and other stories. Look to at the public forecast information, this time round for the 14th of March. On behalf of the News and Production Departments, I'm Tony Julian. We all thank you for having viewed, and we wish you a good night.
It's the big one. Grenada. Imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just one lotto ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money bag symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch. In stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
'Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
Good evening, viewers and listeners. Welcome to the National Lottery Authority's daily Pick 3 evening draw for today, Monday, the 14th of March, 2022. I'm Lexanne Fletcher, and I'll be your hostess for this evening. I've got Ms. Giselle Alexander standing in with me. She's representing PKF Accountants and Business Advisors. Ms. Alexander is here to ensure the games for this evening are conducted in a fair and accountable manner, that the game balls have not been tampered with and are within industry standards. Here's a quick reminder: with the Pick 3 game, you can bet as little as $1 on inline, mix, and pair tickets, and from $2 on backup tickets. Let's find out what the winning numbers will be for this evening. It pays to play. Good luck. And it's time to check your tickets. First number 4, second number 4, third and final is 7. Let's recap. First number was 4, the second number 4, third and final 7. If you're a winner, congratulations to you, and do stay tuned. Up next is a Playway Draw. We'll see you then.
The next chapter in West Indies' biggest rivalry continues. West Indies vies against England for the Apex Test Series in 3 test matches. Tickets start as low as $20 and local residents enjoy an additional 50% discount with online purchase. Must be fully vaccinated to attend all matches, and COVID-19 protocols will be in effect. Secure your seats to the action. Get your tickets in advance at windyscricket.com/tickets. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back. It's time for the Playway Draw for this evening, Monday, the 14th of March, 2022. I've got Ms. Giselle Alexander standing in with me once again. She's representing PKF Accountants and Business Advisors. Don't forget, with the Playway game, all you got to do is bet as little as $1 up to $10 on increments in any number or dream symbol of your choice, and get to win 24 times the amount you bet. That's $24 for every dollar spent. Let's find out what our winning Playway number will be for this evening. Value your dreams. Win your way with Playway. Good luck. And the winning Playway number is... Yes, this evening's winning Playway numbers are number 35, 3535. The dream symbol is grapple. Just repeat, tonight's winning Playway number 35, 3535. The dream symbol is grapple. Your winner, congratulations to you. And don't forget, up next is a cash for draw. Hope you got your tickets. We'll see you then.
The next chapter in West Indies' biggest rivalry continues. West Indies vies against England for the Apex Test Series in 3 test matches. Tickets start as low as $20 and local residents enjoy an additional 50% discount with online purchase. Must be fully vaccinated to attend all matches, and COVID-19 protocols will be in effect. Secure your seats to the action. Get your tickets in advance at windyscricket.com/tickets. Terms and conditions apply.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash 4. Every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet, and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 $1,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes. Twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Welcome back, viewers and listeners. It's time for the Daily Cash 4 draw for this evening, Monday, the 14th of March, 2022. I have Ms. Giselle Alexander standing in with me once again. She's representing PKF Accountants and Business Advisors. With the Cash 4 game, you can bet as little as $1 on most of the bet types with the exception of backup, in which case you bet $2. Hope you got your tickets. Let's find out what the winning numbers will be for this evening. It's more plays, bigger prizes. Good luck. It's time to check your tickets. First number is first number 9, the second number 6, third number 0, and the final number is 4. All right, we got a recap. You got to double check your tickets. Numbers on the screen. First number up was 9, the second number 6, third number up was 0, and the fourth and final was 4. Congrats if you're a winner this evening, and we hope you got your tickets for the lotto draw. That comes up later on. The estimated jackpot, $112,000. We'll see you then.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash 4. Every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes. Twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Well, good evening and welcome back. It's time for the National Lottery Authority's Lotto Draw number 3336 for this evening, Monday, the 14th of March, 2022. The estimated jackpot for this evening is $112,000. Joining me once again is Miss Giselle Alexander. She's representing PKF Accountants and Business Advisors. Let's find out what the free ticket letter will be for this evening. If you got your tickets, good luck. And the free ticket letter for this evening is... This evening's free ticket letter is the letter G as in good. That's G as in good. It's time to select tonight's 5 winning numbers for a total of $112,000. Good luck. All right, check your tickets. First number is... The first number is 5. Second number 21. Third number 6. The fourth is 22, and the final number 1. All right, let's recap the free ticket letter firstly. That letter was G as in good. That's G as in good. And the 5 winning numbers for $112,000. Let's recap. First number up was 5. That's 055. Second number 21, 21. The third was 6066. The fourth 22, 22. And the final 1011. Well, hey, if you have these numbers, congratulations to you. This has been Lotto. Play and win a lot. And of course, if you haven't won this evening, guess what? We're back here tomorrow God's will. So do get your tickets and continue to support sports culture and nation building. Have a good night.
The next chapter in West Indies' biggest rivalry continues. West Indies vies against England for the Apex Test Series in 3 test matches. Tickets start as low as $20 and local residents enjoy an additional 50% discount with online purchase. Must be fully vaccinated to attend all matches and COVID-19 protocols will be in effect. Secure your seats to the action. Get your tickets in advance at windiescricket.com/tickets. Terms and conditions apply.
Say hello to Grenada's hidden gem, Mandela Court, a Grenadian-owned luxury boutique hotel tucked away in Lansipine. Our fully equipped suites are now complemented by an international standard restaurant and conference room. So whether you're having a formal business event, quaint garden wedding, or just a relaxed dinner for 2, you can count on Mandela Court for that luxurious experience. Call today to book your viewing or reservation. We look forward to welcoming you.
When a loved one passes on, we all need the comfort, support, and guidance of a trusted friend. You can rely on LaCour Brothers Funeral Home. We provide a personalized professional service that exceeds all expectations. Our dedicated staff responds to your every need with the greatest detail, ensuring affordability with a variety of options. Our upgraded state-of-the-art facilities, spacious air-conditioned chapel with live internet streaming, a modern, environmentally safe crematorium, the only of its kind on island, private viewing spaces, large on-site repast center, a modern transportation fleet. Join our burial society today and make personalized arrangements for that final moment as you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest. Visit or call LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and Burial Society, continuing a tradition of excellence.
Nelsia Margaret Vincent, also known as Makeup, Mussy, Nello and Auntie Nell, of Richmond, Grand Bras and Felix Park Cottage, Crochet St. Andrew, passed away on Monday 14th February 2022 at the age of 87. She was the sister of Catherine Superville of River Road, Florence Lewis Vincent in England, Daphne Vincent Wallenbrum in the USA, and Veda Lucy Vincent Sylvester of Felix Park Cottage, Crochet St. Andrew, sister-in-law of Cyprian Sylvester, aunt of Leslyn Sylvester, Ryan Sylvester, Liam Benjamin, Aaron Wallenbrum, Kenroy Vincent, Mark Wilson, Kester, Neil, Christopher Regis, Gillian Lewis, Joycelyn Williamson, Madeline Wilson, Kelly, Michelle, Charmaine, Charlotte, Edine, Madison, and Denisha Benjamin. Other relatives and friends including Uncle James Lewis, Alwyn George, Henry, Glenn, Merle, O'Neill Findlay, Jocelyn, Lorna, Rhoda George and the George family, Sybil and Twine, Nautica Noel, John Dumont and the Dumont family, the Blackett, Worm and Vincent families, the Alexander family in Trinidad, Barbados and Grenada, Daphne Fortune, Glenda Samuel, Steve and Jellen McQueen, Lucy and Wellington King, Hermie Caliste and family, Donna Edwards, the Singh family of Latente, Dominic Sylvester, and friends and neighbors of Richmond, Grand Bras, and Crowshoe St. Andrew. The funeral of the late Nelsia Margaret Vincent, also known as Makeup, Mussy, Nello, and Auntie Nell, of Richmond, Grand Bras, and Felix Park Cottage, Crowshoe St. Andrew, will take place on Tuesday, March 15th at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Crowshoe RC Church, and interment will be at the Churchyard Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Godfrey A.B. Alexander, also known as Natty, of Tempe, who resided at Spice Residential Care Facility, St. George, a furniture maker, passed away on Sunday, January 30th, 2022, at the age of 69. He was the husband of Erica Thomas Alexander in Canada, father of Tanasha Gray, father-in-law of Jason Gray, stepfather of Jennifer Surali in Canada, and Deniston Paulo Julian, grandfather of Andre, Carter, and Sydney, brother of Phyllis Michaels in the UK and Catherine Jerome in the USA, and Valentine Maggie Brown of Tempe, uncle of Jenny Wilkinson Batiste, Hilary MacDonald, Grace Charles, Richard Thomas, Alice Thomas Roberts, Hannah Thomas, Philip Thomas, Portia Paul, Merle Briggs, Bernard Charles, Andrew Charles, Ricky, Jackie, and Nikki Thomas, Dexter Jerome and family. Many other relatives and friends, including the Jerome family and friends and neighbors of Tempe, the Bocas, and Laborie. The funeral of the late Godfrey A.B. Alexander, also known as Natty, of Tempe, who resided at Spice Residential Care Facility, St. George, will take place on Wednesday, 16th March at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Garden of Remembrance Funeral Chapel, Cemetery Hill, St. George's, and interment will be at the St. George's Centre Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Anthony Rawle Bubb, of Latente St. David, who resided in Brooklyn, New York, former member of the Royal Grenada Police Force, attached to the Criminal Investigation Department, CID, passed away on Sunday, 6th March 2022 in the USA at the age of 64. He was the husband of Sheila Celestine, father of Prudence, Kellon, Kelvin, and Kindra, grandfather of one, brother of Cynthia Karen Forrester, Cosmos, also known as Ken, Stanford, and Philip Williamson, brother-in-law of Sidney and Sharon Williamson, nephew of Phyllis Bubb, Barbara Charles Langevin, Denise Gregory Wharton, Veronica Filbert, and Eugenia Francis Alexander, uncle of many cousins including Judy John Santangelo, Cheryl Shuttle, Imogen Filbert, and Lawrence Bubb. Other relatives and close friends including Gregory Bascom, Thelma McQueen, Mavis Guillaume and family, the Bubb, Hippolyte, Whiteman, Williams, and Cornwall families, and a host of loving friends and acquaintances. The funeral of the late Anthony Rawle Bubb of Latente St. David, who resided in Brooklyn, New York, USA, will take place on Wednesday, 16th March in the USA. Arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Denise John, also known as A.E., of Frequenty St. George, passed away on Saturday, 26th February 2022 at the age of 60. She was the mother of Terence, Antoinette, Christine, Vanessa, and Rakisha John, grandmother of Abella, Kimlin, Nikisha and Asher John, Vashon Philip, Hayden and Gianna Frank, sister of Dennis and Glenroy John, Perlita John, Marva, Lucinda John Cador, Yvonne John, Lenny Charles, and Jerome Stanislaus. Many nieces and nephews including Patricia, Marcus, Daniela, Danielle, Nathan and Junior John, Navona and Nevon Monroe, Felicia and Angel Cador. Mother-in-law of Kelvin Francis and Akim James. Many other relatives and friends including the Bell and Griffith families of Woburn and Woodlands, the Cato family of Marian, members of Faith Deliverance Tabernacle, and friends and neighbors of Caliste and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Denise John, also known as A.E. of Frequenty St. George, will take place on Thursday, March 17th at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Garden of Remembrance Funeral Chapel, Cemetery Hill St. George's, according to Pentecostal rites, and interment will be at the Wilberforce Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Junior Peter Matthew of Windsor Forest St. David, who resided at Caliste St. George, pastor of the Eternal Love Ministry, transitioned to glory on Thursday, 24th February 2022, at the age of 52. He was the husband of Kathy Ann Matthew, father of Aria Matthew, brother of Helena McKay and Teresa Joseph residing in the USA, Lynette Matthew and Leona Hazard residing in Canada, Wilma St. Bernard, Sonia Matthew, Cheryl Victor, Everest Matthew, Alice Noel, Norman and Marilyn Hall, all in Grenada. Brother-in-law of Wally Joseph, Trevor St. Bernard, Godfrey Victor, Veronica Matthew and Cheryl Hall. Nephew of Mina Sayers, Veronica Francis, Carmen Charles, Josephine Andrews and Urban Sayers. Many nieces and nephews too numerous to mention. Other relatives and friends including Trevor and Kenneth Sayers, Thomas Leslie, Alston Pope and family of Caliste, the Sayers family of Windsor Forest, the Andrews family of Post Royal, the Williams family of Rucane, Merle Mahone and family, the John family of Apretute, Martina Alexis and family of Montu, and friends and neighbors of Caliste, Windsor Forest and Apretute, church family, the pastor and members of Eternal Love Ministry Grenada and abroad, and pastors of the Pentecostal Assemblies of the West Indies. The funeral service for the late Junior Peter Matthew of Windsor Forest St. David, who resided at Caliste St. George, will take place on Thursday, 17th March at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at God Lighthouse, Vincent's Pentecostal Church, St. David, and interment will be at the Windsor Forest Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home.
Charmaine Link, née Frank of Bogles, Carriacou, who resided at The Glen, Montgay and Lamode St. George, passed away on Saturday, 26th February, at the age of 41. Left to mourn her husband, Michael Link. Children, Maisha and Sherman Link. Parents, Cecilia Frank and Harvey Bennett. Sisters, Irva and Marilyn. Brothers, Anselm, Ronald, Herbert, Kevin and Nigel in Carriacou. Peter in Grenada. Mervyn in Tortola. Brian and Travis in the USA. Aunts and uncles, Christina, Daniel and Raleigh in Grenada. Michael and Hendrickson in Carriacou. Betty, Stephanie and Roy in the USA. In-laws, Cynthia, Brenda, Matthew, Joey and Peter in Grenada. Karina in Carriacou, Dennis in the USA and Abigail in Tortola. Many nieces and nephews and cousins in Carriacou, Grenada, the USA, England and Canada. Other relatives and friends including the Frank, Romain and Stafford families of Carriacou, Link, Tobin, Horsford, Alexander, Joseph and Bido families in Grenada. Friends at the Congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses in Carriacou, Grenada and Barbados. Principal, teachers, students and staff of the Vendome Roman Catholic School, friends and neighbors of Bogles, Carriacou, The Glen, Montgay and Lamode St. George. The funeral service of the late Charmaine Link, née Frank of Bogles, Carriacou, who resided at The Glen, Montgay and Lamode St. George, will take place on Thursday, 17th March at 1 p.m. The funeral service will be held at the Grenada Trade Center according to Jehovah's Witness rites, and interment at the St. George's Cemetery. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home.
Veronica Joyce Karuna Andrew, née Daniel, also known as Teacher Caro, Auntie Caro and Mrs. Black Swan, of Tuileries and De Blando St. Andrew, who resided in Florida, USA, former employee of the Ministry of Health, former teacher of the Holy Cross RC School and Paraclete Government School, passed away on Friday, 11th February 2022, at the age of 95. She was the mother of Nurse Gemma Andrew Church, Nurse Emma Andrew Ventura, Teacher Leslie Andrew, also known as DG Zion, Teacher Stanley Andrew, Army veteran Sherry Andrew, and Martin Andrew, also known as Gunny, sister of Nurse Oma Ines in New Jersey, USA, grandmother of Cassie, Sean, Curly, Crystal, Paul, Carla, Calvin, AJ, Leslie Ann, Peter, Nicole, Tavian, Samantha, Sophie, Nathan, Andrea, Devon, and Deanna, great-grandmother of 15, sister-in-law of Sheila, Meralda, Diana, DeGale, Georgie, and Earl, mother-in-law of Crafton Church, Thomas Ventu, and Alison Andrew. Many nieces and nephews, including Teacher Vardy, Tonya and Vira McQueen, and Dr. Vaughn McQueen, Ken, Philbert and Phyllis Edwards, Christine and Val Daniel, Lydia Greenwich, Dr. Gloria Edwards-Joseph, Dr. Jesse Henry, Dr. Suzanne Ines, Clometha Henwood, Michael Maguire, and Louise and Teresa Daniel. Many other relatives and friends in Grenada, England, Canada, Trinidad, and the USA, including the Andrew, Henry, Mason, Edwards, Henwood, Maguire, and Daniel families, Olive Rouget, Princess, Annie and Andrine, and Margaret Leslie, Gracelyn, Anne Alexander, past students and teachers of the Holy Cross RC School, the Munich and Paraclete Government Schools. The funeral of the late Veronica Joyce Corona Andrew, also known as Teacher Caro, Auntie Caro, and Mrs. Black Swan, of Tuileries and De Blando St. Andrew, who resided in Florida, USA, will take place on Friday, March 18th at the Holy Cross RC Church, Brooklyn, New York, and interment will be at the Rosedale Memorial Cemetery, Linden, New Jersey, USA. Arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Rawlings Francis, also known as Stumpy, Redman, and Moneyface of Mount Horn, who resided at Happy Hill St. George, died on Monday, 28 February 2022 at the age of 56. Left to mourn his wife, Desiree Francis, 3 children, Rickson Roberts, Jonathan and David Francis, daughter-in-law, Rena Roberts, grandson, Orion Roberts, step-granddaughter, Melanie Murray, stepfather, John Charles, stepmother, Miss Ruby, mother-in-law, Loris Critchlow, father-in-law, Desmond Sandy, brothers and sisters, Dexter, Michael, brother, Rodney, Daniel, Beverly, Ingrid, Lydia, and Collier, brothers and sisters-in-law, Marilyn, Janice, Teresa, Stacy, Shelley-Ann, Yolande, Michelle, Jerry, Shane, Sheldon, and Devon, 2 aunts, Clammy and Jermaine, many nieces, nephews, cousins, and aunts-in-law, many relatives, friends, and family, including the James family, the Simon family, the Abraham family, the Sandy and Mitchell family of Happy Hill, the pastor and members of the River and Cities Ministries, Bolio, Spice Basket, and the Assembly of Glorious Church at Happy Hill. Close friends Gillian in the USA, Marcella Pascal and family in the USA, Paula Bishop in the USA and family, Christine, Kenroy, Stephanie, Medford George and family, and James Batiste, Mr. Purcell and the staff of L.A. Purcell, River Road, Mr. Ted and family, and Chrisanne Samuel and family, Bosseju. Many friends in the USA, Canada, England, Trinidad, and Barbados, the staff of the Morris Bishop International Airport, the airport taxi, and the communities of Mount Horn and Happy Hill. The funeral service for the late Rawlings Francis, also known as Stumpy, Redman, and Moneyface of Mount Horn St. Andrew, who resided at Happy Hill St. George, will take place on Monday, March 21st at 12:30 p.m., and interment will be at the Grand Bras Cemetery, St. Andrew. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Dorothy Jerome, also known as Dudu of Waltham St. Mark, passed away on Tuesday, 1st March 2022 at the age of 99. She was the mother of Moses Campbell, Daniel Jerome, Rebecca Jerome and Irene Francis in Grenada, Stanley Jerome and Ivor Bola in Trinidad, Ilis Alexander in the USA, and Iris Smith Moses in Canada. Grandmother of 36, including Janelle Alexander, Ranisa Jerome, Randy Campbell, Connie Francis Joe in the USA, and Petra Smith in Canada, and Norris Bedassi. Great-grandmother of 50, including Amika, Joshua, and Jomick Alexander. Great-great-grandmother of 5. Sister of Louise Marshall in Grenada, and Claire Williams in the USA. Mother-in-law of Calvin Moses in Canada. Grandmother-in-law of Sam Joe and Ashton Cox. Many nieces and nephews, including Len Williams, Maria Narayan, and Annette Williams. Grand-aunt of many. Many other relatives and close friends, including Ali Ambrose, Ruby Lubis, Diane Passay, Marilyn Campbell, Matthew Julian in the USA, the Williams, Marshall, Chase, and Narayan families of Redmond, St. George's, Moran, and Diamond, the Smith family of St. John's and St. Andrew, the Campbell family of St. John, Dudley and Eliath of St. Paul, Anne Edwards, Carol Patrick, Celia Welch, and friends and neighbours of Waltham and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Dorothy Jerome, also known as Dudu, of Waltham St. Mark, will take place on Monday, 21st March. Funeral service will be held at the Victoria Seventh-day Adventist Church, and interment will be at the Coast Guard Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Terence Augustus Nicholas, also known as Police, of Molyneux St. George, passed away on Tuesday, 8th March 2022, at the age of 54. He was the husband of Althea Nicholas, father of Jen, Desmond in the USA, Chantel, Teresha, Kimberly, Tyrese, and Zayan. Grandfather of 11, including Jaheim, Tishon, Shanique, Keyshawn, Shaheem, Lyndon Jr., Simone, Treshan, and Janique. Brother of Kenneth and Karen in the USA, Martin, also known as Charlie, and Nola in Grenada. Brother-in-law of Septimus Williams, Sarah, and Adrian Nicholas. Father-in-law of Keelan Mark, Wendell, and Richardson. Nephew of Sandy Nicholas. Uncle of Keith, Kester, Kenrick, Kellon, Maura, and Savannah in the USA, Celicia and Sherwin in Grenada. Many other close relatives and friends, including the Nicholas, Harris, Modeste, and Sylvester families of Molyneux and surrounding areas, the Smith family of St. Paul's, the Sylvester family of Willis, Rhonda, Jeffrey, Sharon Amede, Raymond Hambone Harris, the boys by Tonty May's shop, the staff of Amalgamated and Western Union, and friends and neighbours of Molyneux and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Terence Augustus Nicholas, also known as Police of Molyneux St. George, will take place on Wednesday, 23rd March. Funeral service will be held at the Garden of Remembrance Funeral Chapel, Cemetery Hill, St. George's, according to Roman Catholic rites, and interment will be at the St. George's Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Monica Cynthia Knight Martin, affectionately known as Monix, of Mountmorret St. George, passed away on Sunday, 6th March 2022, at the age of 87. The funeral arrangements for the late Monica Cynthia Knight Martin, affectionately known as Monix of Mountmorret St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Eric Thomas of Paraclete St. Andrew passed away on Saturday, 5th March 2022, at the age of 76. The funeral arrangements for the late Eric Thomas of Paraclete St. Andrew will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Veronica Horsford, née Bascom, of Retreat St. David, who resided in the USA, passed away on Tuesday, 8th March 2022, at the age of 94. The funeral arrangements for the late Veronica Horsford, née Bascom, of Retreat St. David, who resided in the USA, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes.
Joseph Peterson of Chantemel St. Patrick, who resided in the United Kingdom, passed away on Friday, 25th February in the UK at the age of 87. The funeral arrangement of the late Joseph Peterson of Shantimel St. Patrick, who resided in the United Kingdom, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Lakwa Brothers Funeral Home.
Cyprian Batiste, also known as Sippo and Dread, of Pedmatar St. David, passed away on Thursday, March 3rd, 2022, at the age of 62. The funeral arrangements for the late Cyprian Batiste, also known as Sippo and Dread, of Pedmatar St. David, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lakwa Brothers Funeral Homes. Monica Cador Neilangine of Concord St. John passed away on Saturday, 5th March 2022, at the age of 91. The funeral arrangements for the late Monica Cador Neilangine of Concord St. John will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lakwa Brothers Funeral Homes. Velma Ada Murray of Montrich St. Patrick, who resided at Grenville Street, St. George's, passed away on Friday, 4th March 2022, at the age of 71. The funeral arrangements for the late Velma Ada Murray of Montrich St. Patrick, who resided at Grenville Street, St. George's, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lakwa Brothers Funeral Homes. Thomas Tomkin, also known as Tomo, of Grand Anse St. George, passed away on Wednesday, 2nd March 2022, at the age of 78. The funeral arrangements for the late Thomas Tomkin, also known as Tomo, of Grand Anse St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lakwa Brothers Funeral Homes. Barnabas Andrews, also known as Roger Andrews, of Windsor Forest, St. David, former employee of Customs and Excise, passed away on Monday, 28th February 2022, at the age of 59. The funeral arrangements for the late Barnabas Andrews, also known as Roger Andrews of Windsor Forest, St. David, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lakwa Brothers Funeral Homes. Wayne Celestine, also known as Sion or Fish, of Mamacan St. Andrew, died on Wednesday, 16th February 2022, at the age of 59. The funeral arrangements for the late Wayne Celestine, also known as Sion or Fish, of Mamacan St. Andrew, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home.
The management and staff of MTV extend deepest condolences to those of you whose loved ones have passed on. Thanks for watching.
The Bible, this book, familiar to every person on the face of the earth today, gives us directions for our life. When death comes, there is great sorrow to the family and friends and